a question.
My grandpa used to have a greyhound, and I tried to ride it.
Some of you guys might know this, others might not, but do you know which side of the turkey has the most feathers?
Which side?
The outside. All right, so welcome to the One Podcast to Eventually Rule Them All, episode number 203. Big old 203. We are live as well. I'm the Beast Snow for this episode, joined today by Jordy, Jake, surprisingly Cody, and big old Saints guy, Devin, right there.
I had to pull a lot of cheese strings to get here.
I do love to pull some cheese strings. We got a great episode tonight, wherever you may be listening to this or watching this. Devin is going to bring you the best Black Friday news and deals that you can hopefully use. We're going to hit the gym in Jake's Power Hour, see what he's been playing the last week, see what we've all been playing. Black Ops 6 for me. And then we're going to hit the Shadow Realm, see what the Shadow knows this week. It's a big toss-up. We don't know. Well, we'll find out, though. Will it be a movie, a show, a nice book, or will he give you his Black Friday deals? We'll find out. We're going to talk a little bit of wrestling. We are going to go over AEW Full Gear, see how we did. Spoiler, we didn't do too well. And then we're going to pick Survivor Series as well. And maybe we'll talk about some of the drama that's been going around between GCW. I don't know the whole gist of it, but maybe some of you guys can fill us in.
I know a little bit.
All right. You know a little bit about a little bit. And, it's the end of the month. You know what time it is. It's Jordy's monthly music segment. He's going to give you all the music news, new releases, and everything in between that you need to listen to. All right? You understand me? You feel me? But before
You understand me?
Before we get into that, let's play Do You Know a TOPTERTA? I'm going to ask you guys this question. We're going to get to know each other a little bit better, get a little warmed up, get our throats, get going. Have a little discourse, argument, whatever you want to do. The question for this week is, today is the night before Thanksgiving, and all through the house, not a turkey was stirring because they're dead. So I'm going to ask you guys this question. What is a food that should be put into the Thanksgiving dinner rotation that's not already in it?
Homemade chicken noodle soup.
Ooh. Yeah, just homemade noodles in general. Yeah.
We have noodles.
Something that I wouldn't mind? Some fucking good homemade hash brown casserole.
It's funny. I thought about making tater tot casserole tomorrow.
My mom makes chicken noodles, so I would have to say chili.
Ooh,
Chili
would be good.
I could do a good turkey chili. Yeah.
Hot dogs. I could do hot dogs.
Hamburger.
You can do hot dogs any day, though.
I love a good hot dog.
Of all of us, you are the glizzy king.
My mom makes a really good spaghetti, so I'm gonna go with spaghetti. But she cooks the sauce for 5 hours before it even
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
You don't even like red sauce.
I don't, but I like my mom's spaghetti sauce.
All right, fair enough.
Is it
spaghetti.
just tomato sauce, or is it like a bolognese?
I don't know what that means.
Is it full of meat and mirepoix?
There's no meat in it except for the meatballs.
All right. Carry on.
You know what another one is?
You all right over there, Snow?
There's no meat in it except for the meatballs.
That are made of just meat.
Well, I thought he meant
didn't
the
really
grounded
catch
up
that.
beef.
Good.
Kill myself.
Good for you. For me, some chicken wings. I'd love to. Some traditional bone-in chicken wings.
Some karage.
You know what else should be added to it? Some motherfucking pizza.
Brother, I could use a Papa John's pizza at any time.
I don't think so.
Yeah, some pizza.
We can't get Domino's because they are closed on Thursday.
Oh, wow, man. Must be nice.
Were you going to add something else, Jordy?
I was gonna say I'm with you, Snow, because I was gonna say chicken strips.
Oh,
Like a good Thanksgiving, like a glaze or sauce all over it. That'd be good.
Yeah.
I don't know, like a cranberry sauce, right?
Oh man, we could. Hey, we can get in the lab. Like a buffalo cranberry. Like I could.
Calm down. I think you might be onto something. Somebody might be listening.
Somebody might be listening.
All right. Well,
That's Vince McMahon.
well, happy Thanksgiving. And let's move on to the Black Friday deals and see what Devin's news is all about.
Black Friday deals. There are a lot of them. Please check your local resources for those, though.
This is TOPTERTA News with lead anchor Devin Blair.
NBA Dunk Doll's Christmas Day game is going to animate players alongside Disney characters live. I think a lot like the NFL's doing with Nickelodeon SpongeBob.
Okay. You know what? The SpongeBob Super Bowl was cool, so fuck it. Let's go.
Star Wars Outlaws is removing forced stealth from almost all quest objectives. I guess it was broken. People hated it. Free-to-play game Star Wars Hunters is coming to PC in 2025. It's an arena shooter. I've heard nothing about it since it came out, so I don't really know much about it. Based on the success of Baldur's Gate 3, Hasbro announced a fifth D&D game, but revealed absolutely no details, just that there is one coming. Speaking of that, I went to the comic book store today. The Lord of the Rings 5e was there. Could not open it because it was sealed, so I still don't know. And the book did not say what the new classes were. So I figured we'll look them up later. All right. Now, I am not Polish.
Really?
So I'm going to speak this this name the best I can, and we will move on expeditiously. Andrzej Sapkowski
Said it right.
revealed that his new Witcher book will take place decades before the games and will be focusing on a teenage Geralt. This is a book, not a comic. A book, a novelle.
Not a novelle.
Yes, but Ciri from The Witcher is getting a comic book from Dark Horse. No idea when that's coming, but it is coming. Witcher 4 has finally entered full-scale production. Ooh. So in 7 to 8 years, we'll get The Witcher 4. Cyberpunk 2077 has sold 30 million copies. Not bad for a game that was allegedly pretty bad upon launch.
It sure was.
And that they were like getting sued for. So, yeah, I'd say that's doing pretty well. WWE Network officially shutting down January 1st, 2025. For those of us in America, it was gone. But I think everything's moving to Netflix anyway. So maybe the Peacock deal is also going away. Let's hope, because it's terrible on Peacock. But what's not terrible is that Dragon Ball Z Kakarot's getting Daima DLC Part 1 in 2025.
Cool.
So all
I like
Xenoverse
that Dragon Ball Z games, they continue supporting them like
every
forever.
one of them they have
like forever.
Xenoverse 2 somehow still
getting DLC.
And it came out like 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Kakarot, a few years old. The Breakers, I don't think anybody plays, still getting stuff. Fighters is getting patches still. Yeah, that's crazy. Speaking of fighters, Troy Baker will be the starring voice in Naughty Dog's upcoming Untitled game.
Ooh, I do like Troy Baker.
Yes. Last of Us. Before
That's all I
Joel.
really know him from.
He's isn't he? He's Nathan Drake too, isn't he?
Is he?
I don't know, but I think he is. Yeah, well, no, we're not doing that today. So yeah, he's for sure. It is him. I know for a fact. Black Ops 6 is number 1 in total players, hours played, and total matches in the first 30 days for any Call of Duty ever. So crazy, right?
Nolan
Speak-
North voices Nathan Drake.
Sounds fake. Activision banned over 19,000 Black Ops 6 ranked players. And allegedly, they're doing hourly sweeps to ban more cheaters. I also read they were in some Call of Duty guys stream, or they weren't, but on some Call of Duty guys stream, they had like a list of people who were like, I don't remember what he called it, spin botting, maybe. Does that sound right?
Oh, okay.
I have no idea what that means, but
Those are the ones that were just spinning in circles on the kill cams and killing everybody.
Yeah,
oh
so
my god.
19,000 cheaters, a lot of cheaters. Good for them. So Sony confirmed PS2 sales. They sold a whopping 160 million units.
That's a lot.
That's a lot. That is a lot, isn't it? Speaking of all those units, PS Plus free games for December are Aliens Dark Descent, Tim, which is a monster catcher, if nobody knows, and It Takes Two. I tried to get into Tim.
play It Takes Two.
I got Tim. Didn't I tried my best, man.
Not for you.
It's like, I mean, it is like Pokemon, but like it's a slog to capture the monsters and like make the balls and everything. Yeah.
That's how I feel about that other Nexomon. Like, it's like Pokemon, but it's not Pokemon.
Yeah, no, it's not as good. Like it's hard to say, like make a ripoff, but like different. You know, like it's gotta
Be
gotta
something
be.
special. Like they have to have some special. Like Power World.
Yeah, like your catching mechanic can't be like, wow, this is hard. I in my opinion, but it's fine.
I agree.
Ubisoft is allegedly working on an Animal Crossing style game that will use voxels, like Minecraft, for those that don't know, to generate its world.
Oh,
Uh,
could be interesting.
It's from Ubisoft, could it?
I'll try
This
anything
one.
once.
I don't know how this is going to go. And there's like no information on it other than they posted it on their Twitter. Pal World and Terraria are going to be collaborating in 2025. Terraria, a 2D I don't
Minecraft.
know, mining game. Yeah. So I don't know how that's going to work, but yeah. Baldur's Gate 3's final patch coming out in 2025 will add crossplay and 12 new subclasses.
Yep.
Yeah.
And the subclasses all sound fun.
And then they'll be on to their next game. It's not Baldur's Gate.
I'm excited for that. I think once that comes out, I'm gonna finally play through it to the end,
Well, they've only started like 30 games.
We'll
at
see.
least.
At least. Well, speaking of starting games, McDonald's 2024 Pokemon promotion will be themed after the Year of the Dragon. I think I may have meant 2025 now that I've written this down since
Probably.
it's December. But anyway, themed after the Year of the Dragon, it will include obviously Charizard, Dragonite, and the unsuspecting dragon Umbreon. I just love when Snow fucking wiggles his head and all condescendingly just every time I speak because I'm just a
Real quick,
loser, baby.
Devin,
What?
did you say all the news about The Witcher 3 or about the Witcher project that's coming out?
As far as I saw from CD Projekt Red when I looked.
Apparently, so they've confirmed that Project Polaris has entered full-scale production, like you said.
That's what
The
you
game
said,
will
yeah.
the game will be the beginning of a new Witcher saga.
Yeah, we knew that.
And it has partnered with Epic Games for the new saga of games.
I did not see they announced previously it was a new Witcher saga, but not that Epic Games part.
I didn't know if it was going to be like a one game and then,
No, it's a saga.
I do like sagas.
It's a saga.
I do like some cigars.
Yep, that's the only time you can play poker. Sacramento regionals took place. The TCG was won by Landon Caitlor with Maridon. The VGC was won by Carson Confer with Sneasler, Electabuzz, definitely with an Eviolite on, Blood Moon Ursaluna, Incineroar, Talonflame, and Indeedee.
So interesting note about the Maridon win. When you look up all of the decks, there was no Iron Thorns there whatsoever.
I don't
So-
think Iron Thorn's a good card, so
Yeah, but like it's been seeing a lot of play, and I feel like if there had been any Iron Thorns there, Maridon would not have won. Because it cannot handle that deck. Not well, anyway.
yeah. I'm surprised Reggie Drago didn't win again, honestly. What actually what
Maridon's
really
quicker than Reggie right now. Pikachu's fucking people up.
and that so I'm very surprised that Roaring Moon isn't like top decking or top cutting, I mean.
Apparently, I think it's Cerule Edge is kind of taking over the Roaring Moon spot. Because it just goes off of how many energies are in the discard pile, and it runs like, I don't know, like 19 energies or something like that.
Yes, but it can't knock out the Pikachu immediately with one turn. Is what so like that's what I'm saying. Like Pikachu kind of prevalent. I've played a lot of them on live. I'm in Master Ball tier now. So played a lot of them on live, and Roaring Moon is just I mean, it's good.
It's very good.
Yeah, but anyway, go ahead and say it, Snow, because that's all I have.
That's it. That's all you got for us. Oh my gosh.
Sorry, man. Hey, you want me to go dig up some more?
No,
I can. I can buy a newspaper online.
we can move on.
See what's going on around the city.
Hey, I know you have to get back to stakeout, so let's move on to Jake's Power Hour.
My turn?
Yep.
All right. Before we get into it, Jericho and Ishii are beating the fuck out of each other. Jericho is bleeding from the mouth from smacks. And Ishii is bleeding from the nose from slaps. So, good to go.
Jericho deserves it.
So I told
Where
you
were
boys,
you on January 6th? Sorry.
I told you boys that I was doing something a little bit different today for the Power Hour. Because all I've played recently is Call of Duty. That's it. It's consuming my life. So, what, Snow?
Just played a game the other night.
No, Liar's Bar, yeah. Well, I'll talk about that a little bit, but that's like a quick one-off thing. So I made a backlog list of all the games that I have in my backlog that I want to play. How long they take to beat, and I have them total time, and I have them on a spreadsheet. And I'm gonna rate them all when I beat them. Put some notes on it, and yeah. So I'm not gonna go through all of them. Just some of the
Yeah, we'll be here
top,
for a while.
Just some of the tops that I really want to play. The Plague Tale series, or the 2 Plague Tale games. Want to play that?
Oh my god.
Cult of the Lamb for Cody.
Appreciate you.
Chrono Cross, the Radical Dreamers edition. Control.
Great game.
The Dark Souls series.
Oh, good luck.
As well as Demon Souls.
Oh, good luck.
Disco Elysium, which is another ARPG, it's kind of like Baldur's Gate 3, but not really. Final Fantasy VIII Remastered.
8.
Never played it. Final Fantasy 15.
Great
Never
game.
beat it. Fable Anniversary. Never beat that either.
Me neither.
Judgment.
Good game. Great game. Great game.
Kenna Bridge of Spirits.
Good
The Kingdom
games.
Hearts trilogy.
Mm.
Mafia 3. Metal Gear Solid 5.
Oh my god, one of my faves.
Midnight Suns.
Love it.
Outward.
Don't know what it is.
Persona 4 and 5. Sleeping Dogs.
Sleeping Dogs.
Rise of the Ronin.
I
Great
thought
game.
you weren't gonna get into the whole list.
This is not dog. I got 60 games on this list.
I think Sleeping Dogs is only like PS3, right?
It's on Steam.
Ah, okay.
Stardew Valley. For Big B Snow.
For Snow.
Tales of Arise.
Good game.
And the Uncharted series.
Good series. Yeah, I'm very surprised you haven't played that.
I've played them, never beat them.
I'm not going to spoil, but the end of those games, every one of them, the
Good.
jump in difficulty and the go home is astronomical.
And then one more is The Witcher 2. I've never beaten that one either.
I have that. Let's play.
And in total, there was 59 games, totaling out to 1,674 hours. So
Not many.
yeah. So next year, Christmas or Thanksgiving week before or the day before the pod, we'll revisit this backlog and see how much I've done.
Hell yeah.
Not even half of it.
Should put every Jake's Power Hour. There should be a countdown of games from this list that you have done and finished. That way, it cannot be forgotten.
You said 60?
You guys go ahead and talk, and I'll count it up again real quick.
I've been playing Call of Duty Black Ops 6.
Dropped a big 106 kill game. You gotta tell all your. That would be at the Beast Snow. You know, for millions. Somebody else.
That's not enough.
And million of followers. Beast Snow's goated.
61.
61. You'll probably get maybe 20 of them.
Hey, if I beat 20 games in a year, I'm happy.
Crazy.
Yeah.
That's a lot of. I ain't even beating 20 games in a year.
I ain't even playing 20 games in a year.
I've played 20 games in a year for sure.
For sure you have. At least.
Man, my games beaten this year's very way down because of college football. So sorry to let everybody know.
All right. Anybody else?
Been playing Call of Duty with you, trying to get better. I am getting better. I'm not as good as anybody in this in chat, but
I think you're better than Jordy.
Doubt it.
Maybe.
Jordy's really good at Borderlands, so I bet he'd be good at Call of Duty.
I'm good at Borderlands too. I'm a Borderlands guy. I love it.
Yeah, probably not. I have been playing a different game. It's called Atlas.
Yes.
I haven't played a whole lot of it, but it's basically an RPG that is multiplayer. You can have up to 16 people in your channel or whatever. But you play as a little animal creature. Jake was just asking me about the storyline. I don't remember hearing much about the story, if there was any story at all. I know you're like dead, and you get placed in this like little area, and you have your different shops you can go to, and they can give you missions. It's kind of like a dungeon crawler a little bit, but you have like different classes. There's 3 different classes you can be. I think it's like fighter, thief, and mage or something like that. Very like PS2 feel to it. Like the graphics look kind of PS2. They look like the graphics look like they were made in 2024, but it looks like a PS2 game. I've been having fun with it. You can definitely tell that they still need to do stuff with it. Still needs to be updated. There are some areas that are just completely blank. There's nothing in them at all. So I think it's technically still in beta, but for what it is, it's a $10 game. Brand new, still being developed, still being funded. For what it is, it's a pretty solid game. I like it. If you like those kinds of MMORPG, old school MMORPG type of games, then check it out. I'm giving it a 4 out of 5.
4 out of 5.
4 out of 5.
I got game.
The controls are wonky at first. Like it took me a minute to get used to, but once you figure it out, it's fine.
I had to link to it at some point. But I got the new game.
Yeah.
I started playing S.T.A.L.K.E.R 2. And it's okay. Fine. They need to be a little bit better at like tutorial and telling you to do stuff, because I didn't know there was a flashlight until I talked to my buddy that was playing the game. And the beginning of the game, without the flashlight, you are just walking into pitch black until you find another like hole in the tunnel.
Do your eyes don't adjust?
No, and I even turned the contrast, gamma, and brightness all the way up, and they just made sure that those areas were pitch black. It did not matter what happened, you were not seeing. Granted, when you turn the flashlight on, it's a big difference, but yeah, I don't know. It was weird. But the gameplay's okay. The movement on it is a little weird because they tried to make it kind of like ultra realistic. If you walk forward and then start walking backwards, you kind of like stumble and you're like swaying back and forth for a little bit. If you're hungry, you start swaying back and forth. If you run out of energy, you're kind of like stumbling around and stuff like that. So it's okay, I guess. I don't know. It's certainly a choice, but I don't know if I like it too terribly much. I got a little bit into the story, and I honestly cannot tell who I'm supposed to be, like, people-wise running from or shooting until they're already shooting at me. And with how the game works, it's a little too late. Because it's, again, ultra-realistic, so you die in, like, 3 or 4 bullets. So, that's a little bit much. So the whole point of the game is you are in a Chernobyl zone that scientists are trying to, like, fuck around and be the next form of evolution. So there's a bunch of anomalies and shit that happen, and there's been a few of them that I died and I didn't even know what I died to.
Oh,
like,
that's always fun.
Yeah, just walking, hear a thing, and then I'm dead. And then I go back to the same spot, and I still don't see anything, and then I die again. Okay, cool. But, I don't know. I feel like it can be good. I just feel like they made some choices that made the gameplay itself a little unfun. It's very easy to get overweight. And once you're overweight, again, you're stumbling. You're walking slow. You're not, like... You can't just walk in a straight line. So it also throws off your aiming and shit, too. The resources are okay. But, like, you grab a couple of guns and you're already over encumbered. So, I don't know. And you have to be drinking energy drinks all the time, eating food all the time, drinking water, getting your radiation down. Like, there's a lot to pay attention to and take care of. And all of this while dodging super mutant, scary monsters and people and the environment and everything else. So, I don't know. They have a story mode for the game, but I went to go start the story mode so I could actually play the game, and they were like, well, I mean, you can do this, but we actually intended for people to play on the standard mode, so if you could do that, if you want the real experience. It's okay. So don't play that way, I guess. All right. And then there's an even harder difficulty, and I don't want to see how that is because it's already hard enough. But I don't know. It's cool. It looks beautiful. You can't actually stand out in thunderstorms because the lightning will strike and kill you or light you on fire.
Well, good.
Yeah.
Nice.
So like
Very nice.
the monsters that I've seen in it are scary as hell. Like I don't know. It's something that I probably would watch someone else play, but I don't think I want to play it anymore.
I did see that in on Game Pass, and I almost got it the other night.
Yeah.
I will
So
say, after your review, I probably will not touch it.
it's fine. I do think it's a weirdish choice to not make it multiplayer because I feel like that would have made it more fun. Like even if it was kind of like because it's almost Fallout. It's along the same lines of a Fallout-ish game, just with a lot more resource management and weird movement.
Oh, it's not multiplayer.
No.
Oh, you said it's weird that it's not multiplayer, and then said it's like Fallout.
Well, no, I'm not saying that Fallout was multiplayer, but I'm saying it's similar. Like the story is similar to Fallout, comma.
Gotcha. Okay, I understand now. I was like, what does that correlate to? I don't understand.
Yeah, sorry. I'm just thoughts. But it's okay. I mean, I would still give it probably like a 3 out of 5. I think if they made the movement better, it would be easier. If they made it to where you weren't
4 out of
like
5.
Yeah, 3 out of 5. Because I mean, it's beautiful. The jump scares are jump scary. The first like anomaly thing that you face is a invisible ground monster that not only turns invisible, he also jumps out of the ground at you.
Fair enough.
So trying to keep track of him is very scary. But I just think that like I don't know. I think they try to do a little too much.
I understand that.
Do you?
Yep.
All right, thank you, Cody. I will not be playing it as well.
I watch someone else play it.
All right. Speaking of that, it's time for the Shadow Knows.
Who knows what evil lurks in the hearts of men? The shadow knows.
It sure is. So for this week, it will be just kind of talking about the last 3 episodes of Arcane. Story continued to be absolutely amazing. Some of it got a little bit confusing because it kind of like skipped around and jumped around a lot. Ending was fantastic. There will certainly be more as long as Netflix allows. If not, I feel like someone else will pick them up. But man, probably the best animation that I've seen in years, and I'm willing to bet on that.
I've seen a lot of hype on Twitter.
I have too.
Oh, good man! Such a fucking roller coaster. And, like, you don't even need to know anything about League of Legends. None of it matters. It tells you everything you need to know.
League of Legends has nothing, like, they don't give you lore on the characters or anything like that when you play.
Somewhat. I mean, they have a lot of
like really look into it.
Yeah, I mean, they all have their bios, but then they do like cinematic type things on they have their little like
On
in-game
newer
stories,
characters.
maybe.
The cinematics are more on newer characters than
I feel like it's kind of like Apex, where like eventually they just have stories and stuff that happen.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's definitely not like you have to dig to find the videos on it.
Kind of like Elden Ring.
Kind of, yeah. But yeah, man, it is fucking good stuff. If you have not watched either of the seasons, go watch it. It's worth it. If you liked Edge Runners, you will love this show. Plain and simple.
You haven't seen Edge Runners?
I have.
Edge Runner's good.
Edge Runners is great. The the animation styling choices that they chose for this, I absolutely loved, because they mix so many different styles together, and seeing multiple different styles of animation on the screen at the same time, it's like jarring but beautiful at the same time, and they do a very good job at it. And I love it. And it's an emotional roller coaster. Just watch it. 5 out of 5. Show of the year. Sorry, Shogun.
Bro. Crazy.
I'm telling you, man.
That's a hot take.
Well.
He's back.
It's like it's episode 2 all over again.
I got a quick little shadow nose. There's a new documentary series on Netflix about our oceans called Our Oceans.
Yeah, what they doing? What they been doing?
It's kind of nice, honestly. It's narrated by Barack Obama.
I'm already into it.
Yeah, right.
Right.
As soon as I heard his voice, I was like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna watch this whole thing." I think there's like 5 or 6 episodes, hour-long episodes out right now. I've only seen the first 2. But I mean, they update like the nature documentaries every 5 to 10 years, and I mean,
Right.
this is just the newest one on like the oceans and the animals and the in the oceans. It's pretty good. My favorite story I've seen so far is they talk about an octopus that has learned how to use its siphon as a projectile weapon. Literally shoots predators with rocks. Like, that's kind of scary. The octopus are learning how to use guns.
Yeah, with the fucking grata.
Everything in the ocean is terrifying.
Now
And
even more
delicious.
so. And delicious.
Everything's delicious.
I mean, most things, yeah.
Well, you said everything.
What's not delicious?
It's
Would
all
you eat
delicious.
a hagfish?
Oh,
Never tried it. I don't know.
I bet Jordy would eat a hagfish. They make they secrete their own mucus that slide
I'd
right
eat one
down.
right out of the water. No cooking or nothing. Just
Yeah, that's what you'd have to do too.
eat it with chopsticks. And soy
No,
sauce.
you couldn't. Too
Eat it with
slippery.
chop
Too
suey.
slippery.
Soy sauce wouldn't even stick.
No, but yeah, go check out Our Oceans. It's great.
I'd rather not.
Oh,
Too scary.
okay. All right, just be ignorant. That's fine.
Ignorant.
I don't know what's down there. Eat me.
It'll
Watch
teach
Our
you.
Oceans, and you'll know.
Maybe throw on Blue Planet too.
I thought he was gonna say the documentary about the John Benet Ramsey, but that's fine. So I have a better show that I've been watching than Arcane, whatever that is.
Yep.
At the behest of a certain underachieving Saints fan, I started watching The Penguin. Got about 3 or 4 episodes in. It's fantastic, honestly. Devin said it might make you a little sympathetic to old Cobblepot, and it kind of does. But he's still a bad man. Especially the first episode when he takes little boy hostage. Whoever plays that kid though does a fantastic job.
I agree. I like him a lot.
9 out of 10, honestly. It's not as good as Shogun.
I told you, it's the second best show I've seen this year, and that's high praise because Shogun's like the best show I've ever seen. So
I don't know if Fallout's up there. So
Oh, it was real good.
go see Penguin.
I need to watch Penguin. It's on my list.
Oh, great! We have another list.
Would you like me to just not survive?
You gonna what are you watching when you lay down?
YouTube videos.
Critical Role.
Jersey Shore.
I haven't watched Critical Role in a while.
I'm almost caught up.
The Price is Right reruns.
Just random YouTube videos.
With Drew Carey.
Right.
Alright, speaking of Hall of Famer Drew Carey, let's talk some wrestling.
Do it.
So somebody with a little bit more knowledge of the situation than me should explain what's going on with FE, GCW, or whatever.
So
Ricky Starks.
Effie came out first of all. Ricky Starks came out on GCW, cut a promo talking about how he's not been used on AEW for X amount of time and how he's in his prime and blah 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 blah. And then it got announced that at the Hammerstein Ballroom show, it's going to be Ricky Starks versus Matt Cardona. Everybody's excited. Should be a good match. Whatever. Next day, or a couple days later, Ricky Starks goes on a podcast with Chris Van Vliet. Has a real good podcast. Really enjoyed it. Would recommend watching. I like Ricky Starks. He's a fun guy to listen to talk. Next day, Effie comes up during his podcast. He says, so GCW and AEW are running Hammerstein the same month. Which doesn't normally happen in wrestling. Like, wrestling companies don't normally run a venue the same month as another wrestling company. And he brought up, hey, when GCW wanted to run this event in TNA, when GCW had a show booked for a venue that TNA wanted to run, they came to us and was like, hey, we don't want any wrestling running the month before, the month after, so we can solely get all the TNA money. GCW was like, that's fine. And then Tony said basically that GCW's out here running a profitable pro wrestling company and doesn't have a billionaire daddy paying him to stay away, implying that Shad Khan is paying Tony Khan billions of dollars to keep AEW running so that he'll stay away from the soccer and football team. And then, allegedly, via Fightful, Tony Khan heard that and didn't like it. So he said, you can't work for GCW to Ricky Starks. A couple days after Moxley, Marina Shafir, and a bunch of other MVP, a bunch of AEW guys worked out of GCW show. So basically, they have no plans to use Ricky Starks. Or just extended his contract so he couldn't fucking go to WWE when he wanted to. And are just not letting him work the biggest indie company in the world.
Oh yeah.
Listen, I'm all for Tony Khan having a spine and, like, you know.
Now he does?
It seems so. I'm all for that. But, dude, fucking, if people don't want to work for you, let them go.
Right.
Let them go.
Don't hold them hostage.
We didn't like it when WWE did it.
Yeah.
I like it even less when you do it because you were supposed to be different.
Well, and plus, like, all that's gonna do is anytime he is on any shows now, he's just gonna fuck up and, like, make you not want him there.
What do you mean?
Like, if they ever actually if Tony Khan uses him again, he's just gonna not work well for him because
I don't
fuck
think
you.
that's the case.
No,
That just makes him look worse.
Does it?
Yeah, if one day you're a good pro wrestler and the next day you just decide you're a bad pro wrestler because you're mad at your boss, yeah, that makes you look worse.
Yeah, kind of like sounds like something Austin Aries would do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And even he didn't do that.
Yeah,
he just no-sold the fucking Starship Pain.
That was one instance.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't like it. I don't like when you market yourself as the different side of things, and then you do the same shit that the WWE does that everybody hates. Makes you look like shit.
Yeah.
I feel the same way about Phoenix and Penta. If they want to leave, let them fucking go. Like, okay, bye. Bye-bye. But, and it makes not only that, but it makes other wrestlers know, like, hey, Tony actually cares about his people.
Right.
This is a bad look for any wrestler. A lot of people are saying that the reason CM Punk beat up Jack Perry is so that he could get out of his contract. That's the only way he could think of to get fired.
Man, wouldn't that be something? And it still almost didn't work.
Right? Still went out had the best match of the night.
Like he always does.
As he does.
So
Always.
speaking of that, Paul Heyman came back.
He did.
And he announced that, Roman Reigns and, the Usos, they got a 5th member for the War Games match.
What?
Yeah. Guess who it was?
Who is it, Snow?
Big ol' CM Punk.
What?
No one called that here.
CM Uso.
Along with his brother,
Magnet
Jey
Uso. Chick Magnet Uso.
I thought it was Cookie Monster Uso.
That's gonna be very, very interesting.
It is.
Will Paul Heyman do something nefarious though?
I think Paul might do something nefarious.
We'll get into it.
He would
He was
never. He's a saint.
In his red and black.
In his red and black. He was dressed just like Solo.
But maybe they planted the seeds for a Roman Punk thing down the line.
I would love Roman Punk.
And Brock.
It'd be so good. I probably hope not.
Brock Lesnar versus Punk versus Roman.
Yeah, don't we all want to see that?
Wise man on a pole match.
Should throw Goldberg in there too.
Oh, he's coming. He's definitely coming.
Was he a Paul Heyman guy?
He is
Who
now.
cares? Does he need to be?
He doesn't need to be. He's
We'll
Goldberg.
throw in Mr. Perfect's kid or
I
whatever.
was gonna say Michael McGillicuddy.
God.
Yeah.
Fuck it. Bring Cesaro back too.
No, he's
His bowling guy for like a night.
The whole Dangerous Alliance.
Tommy Dreamer.
Speaking of Cesaro though, AEW Full Gear. Did you guys watch that?
I did.
Yeah, I paid for it for some reason.
I heard you were forced to pay for it.
Yeah, I was bullied into it straight up.
Who bullied you, Devin?
What's the story?
Jacob Michael Martinez.
Damn, throwing the whole government out.
Yeah, you don't want to be partial government now.
How was
Hold
it?
on.
Date of birth 10/13. Star.
May try to stream it. I may be a piece of poor shit and just buy it. Well, if you do, let me get the login. Think it's the same password. And then
It's
I confirm.
different when you're fucking typing at me with those puppy dog eyes welling up with tears and shit. Please, sir, I need your help to watch.
Was this?
Does that sound like bullying? Anybody?
Does to me.
Sounds like gaslighting.
I don't know. I've been at him with them puppy dog eyes. I don't.
Hey, you do be gaslighting.
Yeah, Devin definitely knows what that phrase means.
Damn, gaslighting me about gaslighting. That's crazy.
So yeah, we all didn't do too well.
No. And honestly, the show was kind of
Bad.
like there were good matches on it. All the matches were decent, but like it felt off.
I agree. It didn't feel.
It didn't feel like an AEW pay-per-view.
No, it didn't.
Hey, look.
I think it's because look. I'll be honest. The Full Gear color scheme is the exact same. I think as Dynamite.
Maybe.
So that didn't help.
Yeah.
But yeah.
You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
I'm not an AEW guy, so I can't.
I will say I did like Mox and Orange Cassidy. It's probably my match of the night.
I did too. We'll talk about it.
So Cody and Jordy went 4-5.
You're welcome.
Devin and Jake went 5-4, and I went 6-3. So
Ew. Damn,
Good
we
job.
did suck.
Yeah, we did bad, man.
We
I was
had,
watching. I was like, we did not do good tonight.
we had some Full Gear 0-hour matches. Anna Jay and Deonna Purrazzo took on each other.
Didn't see that one.
Anna Jay did win. We had Dante Martin versus the Beast Mortos. Come on,
That's
Dare.
where I started
and
watching.
Buddy Matthews.
It was fun.
Matthews did get the win. And then we had the big one, Big Boom AJ versus QT Marshall.
With special guest timekeeper,
Big Justice,
the Rizzler.
Oh, the Rizzler.
Why does he do that? What is that?
I don't know.
Is it just like he's pointing at his chin?
Chins,
called-
yeah, I don't know.
It's called mewing.
Mewing?
Like a cat?
No,
That's meowing.
I don't know.
No, cats also mew.
it's a way to define your jaw, get your jawline all pretty.
He doesn't have one.
It literally does not have one.
You don't need one if you got Riz.
It's
Which
true.
he does. Which he does.
He is the Rizzler.
If your aura is like a million, you don't need to have an actual.
I'll tell you
You just
because
need
of
to
that.
mew.
Because of that, I saw him dressed up as the Black Panther, afraid to go in his attic, and I get it. That's the only video of his I've ever seen, and like, wow, that's funny. I mean, that's hilarious.
You know, honestly, this match, didn't hate it. It wasn't like a great pro wrestling match.
It was a super basic match, which I think is like as much as it could be.
Well, I heard Big Boom over there broke his foot or something.
So that's what the streets are saying.
Yeah.
That's what I heard too.
But he did.
Big Justice hit a spear.
He did. AJ did pick up the win, like we all picked. So good job.
It was fun. It was just a good time.
I'm glad you had a good time. We had the AEW World
He
Tag Team.
throws the worst fucking punches in the world, by the way.
QT.
No, Big Justice or AJ.
No, is that his name? AJ?
Big Boom AJ. Yeah.
What's the kid's name? Oh, Big Justice. Yeah,
Big
yeah,
Justice.
no. Yeah, he I'll tell you, he's built exactly like an old man luchador. And it works for him.
Yeah.
You're right. So the AEW World Tag Team titles 4-way between Private Party, Kings of the Black Throne, the Outrunners, and the Acclaimed. You know, Devin was
Good
the only
match.
person to get this right because Private Party retained.
Looks like
As we all knew they would.
God damn, the Acclaim's about to break up.
It does look like the Acclaim's about to break up.
They were teasing it during the match a little bit.
They were.
We had
It was a fun match though.
with all those teams. I would assume so. Yeah. MJF versus Roderick Strong. MJF submitted Roddy, so MJF picked up the win. Cody got this wrong, so good job.
I thought this was gonna be a match of the night. It wasn't.
Come on, you big MJF guy now.
Big Roddy guy.
He's a big MJF guy. You should hear the way he talks about him.
Speaking of
It's all right.
Speaking of big fans of Jake's TBS Championship, Chris Statlander versus his girl Mercedes Moné.
Yeah, this was Mercedes' second best match of her career.
Mercedes retained.
Maybe not her career.
No, because her best match of her career is still the Iron Woman against Bailey
It's so good.
in Brooklyn.
Mercedes did retain. We all got this wrong. So
Sucks.
Jay White.
I didn't mean to laugh like that.
Jay White versus Hangman Adam Page. Hangman won. Oh no. Jay White won.
Jay White won. That's 5 straight against Hangman.
Cody, the only one to get this right.
Yay!
Will Ospreay versus Kyle Fletcher. Fletcher did win, and I am the only one that got this right. Like I said.
I think I said Fletcher.
I would
said.
I would assume that this would have been match of the night. But was it?
It was fucking good. It was good.
It was good. See, the thing I like Will Ospreay. I'm a big Will Ospreay fan. I think some of his matches they go on a few minutes too long, and this was one.
I agree. That tombstone from the apron to the steel steps was crazy.
That is crazy.
It was good. It was really good.
It was good for sure. I agree.
Mariah May turned her back on Mina Shirakawa.
She did.
Big surprise.
They missed the table.
This caught Brittany's attention.
Did it?
It did. It did. When she started making out with her forehead or whatever.
The bloody makeout.
Yeah.
We had the TNT Championship match. Daniel Garcia taking on Devin's boy Jack Perry.
Don't ever say that again.
We all got this right because Daniel Garcia is your new TNT champion.
Hell yeah.
That's pretty good too.
I'll be right back.
Despite Jack Perry.
We had
In spite of Jack Perry, it was still good.
We had this match we didn't pick, the international championship between Ricochet and Takeshita.
This is my
Takeshita
favorite
retained.
match of the night.
I don't remember this match.
It was good. It was good.
We had
My second match of the night, yeah, for sure.
Swerve Strickland taking on the debuting Bobby Lashley.
And for being like 55, Bobby,
Bobby could work.
he does some bumping.
He does.
Big
It
Bob
was fun.
did win. Cody got this wrong, so
It was basically exactly what I expected out of the match, and like in the best way. Like Bobby dominated at the beginning. They got Swerve got a little bit of his shit in, and exactly what you wanted from it, really.
And then the AEW World Title, Jon Moxley defending against Orange Cassidy. Devin and Jordy got this wrong because Jon Moxley retained.
I'm with Devin. Match of the night. There was a moment where the ref was distracted and he Orange Cassidy hit Mox with some foreign object. I don't remember what it was. But hit him with that after hitting him with like 3 fucking Superman punches and went for the pin, and it got me. I was like, oh shit, is Orange Cassidy about to be world champion? He wasn't, but
We had some shenanigans after the match though.
yes.
Some shenanigans.
Well, quite a few.
Moxley's crew tried to poison Orange. Hangman came out, said, nah, don't do that. Christian Cage tried to, cash in his belt. Didn't happen because Jay White stopped that. And Darby Allin,
crashed his car.
Whatever he was doing. Yeah, he had a little
Trying to kill himself and others.
It was not a stunt double, as we all assumed.
Nobody assumed that. We figured
as we all assumed that he did it himself.
Oh.
And yeah, that was what a car crash, because he was going fast. This wasn't Big Will hitting Johnny Light with a car. This was a fucking car crash.
Hell yeah.
But this weekend, Survivor Series. Special start time though at 5:00 Eastern time.
Is it 5:00?
So I will not be asleep for this. 5 matches. I know you guys are enjoying the AEW style shows with the 22. The United States Championship match, LA Knight versus Shinsuke Nakamura.
This one is kind of befuddling to me.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
But I don't see. I think Shinsuke has to win because otherwise, I know I've said this before. Specifically in Shinsuke's case, or what's the point?
Yeah, I agree. Like when he was wrestling Seth Rollins for the World Championship.
Yeah. Yeah. So Shinsuke, you know.
I'm going Shinsuke.
Yeah, I'll go Shinsuke. Makes sense.
It does make sense. And that's what scares me. And I like LA Knight too.
Yeah.
I do
He's
too.
doing great.
Yeah. I'm going with LA Knight.
Going Lil Knight.
But I think he wins because Shinsuke gets disqualified.
I mean, I hope if he wins, I hope that's how.
But I really want to see Shinsuke get the win, but nothing against LA Knight, you know? Yeah.
Yeah.
We had the Intercontinental Championship. Braun Breaker defending against Ludwig Kaiser and Sheamus.
Who's the first person you said?
Braun Breaker, the champion.
Probably Braun.
I think it's going to be Braun as well.
Are we picking?
I would really like to see Ludwig win. I would
too.
really like to see him win and have him and Gunter.
Just kind of
Go
tear it
on.
up together for a minute.
Yeah, but I'm going Braun.
Yeah.
Sadly.
Are we picking things?
Yeah.
Have I missed one?
Yeah. LA Knight versus Shinsuke
Ooh,
for the
Shinsuke.
US title.
Shinsuke. And then I'll go with Braun.
You guys love Braun over there, huh?
My favorite.
I'm going Braun.
Big Braun guy, aren't you, Snow?
Love him. World Heavyweight
Biggest.
Championship. Gunther defending against Damian Priest.
Ooh.
Gunting
Big
to
Gun.
Mr. Gun.
Yeah.
The gun T.
Yeah, he's not losing that yet.
Yeah, I'll stick with old Gunty.
Oh, Gunty.
Love Big Gunt. Yeah, I'm going with him
Who
too.
doesn't?
And now we are in the thick of it. The women's War Games match. On one side, we have Liv Morgan, Raquel Rodriguez, Nia Jax, Candice LeRae, and Tiffany Stratton. They'll be taking on the other side. Rhea Ripley, Bianca Belair, Io Sky, Naomi, and Bailey.
This is hard.
Bianca and Rhea.
Like star power wise, that side should win.
But
As Bianca, Bailey, Rhea.
Yeah, but I think the heel Candice LeRae.
What's been going on with Damage Control? Because I haven't been watching.
Asuka's hurt. Dakota Kai was hurt. I'm guessing Kyrie's hurt too. Like, I don't know. They're just not teaming. I don't know.
Jade Cargill got ran over by a car.
Jade Cargill, yeah, she broke her neck, so they took her out like Stone Cold.
I think I'm with Devin and the heels are going to go over. I think Bianca might do something a little nefarious towards Bailey.
You know, I agree. But I don't think it's just going to be Bianca. I think it'll be Bianca and Naomi getting into a tiff with Bailey and Io.
There you go.
Team Liv?
Yeah, we're going with the heels. Team Liv.
All right.
Plus, I love Liv Morgan. I mean, I love all of them, but I don't know. I have a soft spot in my heart for Candice LeRae and
Nia Jax.
Oh, she's on
Nia
that team.
Jax,
Fuck,
man.
I gotta pick the other team actually.
And Raquel Rodriguez.
It's too late. It's too late, Jacob.
Just like two of the three, but you know,
I'm going
You're
with
a Nia Jax guy now.
you're a Nia Jax guy.
I've always been a Nia Jax guy.
I know it, brother.
Team Candice.
I'm going with Team Maria
Oh,
because I think the next match is gonna be something different. then
Oh no.
the men's War Games match. We have the OG bloodline of Roman Reigns, Sammy, Jay, and Jimmy Uso, along with brother Uso, CM Punk, taking on the new bloodline, Solo Sikoa, Jacob Fatu, Tama Tonga, Tonga Loa, and Bronson Reed.
Roman. OTC.
Gotta go with my tribal chief, Roman Reigns.
Mhm.
Yeah, they just lost.
OTC.
They lost the last one,
Yep.
Roman. Although, man, it's tough because Roman's like, he's turning into Paul Heyman when Paul Heyman was disheveled.
He is. Remember when Paul Heyman was looking sickly because of how worried he was?
I don't know. I don't know. I feel like I'm second guessing myself.
There's a lot that can go wrong in this match for Roman's team.
I'm just gonna go ahead and pick Team Solo.
What
Big
are the
Solo
chances-
guy, are you?
What are the
No.
chances we see an appearance from The Rock? And if we do, who's he helping?
Solo. He's
Yeah,
mad at Roman.
no. Well, you
He's
think
mad at
so?
Roman. Yes. So you might have not known this, but Cody and Roman teamed together like a month ago, and The Rock came out and was like, "What are you doing, dude? Why are you hanging out with Cody? Crybaby Cody. Cody the crybaby." And he said,
With his belt.
"Yeah."
I mean, yeah, what can you say about that, really?
Jordy, who you going
And
with?
plus, there are rumors that The Rock is the one Solo's taking all his orders from.
I'm going with the OTC.
Oh boy.
I think Solo's team's gonna win.
Ew.
I could definitely see it.
I can too. I hope it doesn't happen, but I can see it.
Punk
You
screwed
think-
Punk,
We're still
You
in
think Solo is gonna beat?
and Punk also screwed Roman.
You think Solo is gonna beat Punk, Sammy, and Roman,
Yep.
and the Usos, who just got back together?
Yep. That's how you get them
They
over,
got-
brother.
They got the final boss on their side. Yeah.
Oh, now you guys are talking me into it.
we're in
I'm
the,
sticking with Roman.
we're still in the fourth inning.
We're still in the third inning. Snow, what do you
Yeah.
mean?
It's the third inning stretch.
I think it helps to, extend the feud a little bit more if Solo wins.
I mean, I'm kind of with you, because what happens after Roman and Solo wrestle? You know what I mean? Like after Roman gets the upper hand, and it's finally Roman versus Solo, and that ends up happening. Whoever wins is going to be the tribal chief, and then what happens with that storyline? You know what I mean? So I'm with you. I'm with you on that.
I don't want to see my tribal chief lose, but I think
Sounds like you do.
for the game, I gotta go Solo. Sorry. Punk's on the team too, my goat. Come on.
You are rooting against your goat.
That could be the sleeper agent.
Yeah.
Sleeper pick, Something's gonna happen with Punk. So that's Survivor Series. We'll be watching that. So together.
We will be
As well.
as a family.
Well, you and Devin will. We'll be there, but Devin won't care about any of us.
You should be saying shit, don't you?
I'm just saying the shit you're saying, brother. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm not the one that went on Twitter and was like, can't wait to see my best friend Snow and nobody else.
That's not what was said at all. As a matter of fact,
What'd you say?
I can't wait. We're gonna get fucked up on Red Bull.
Who?
Me and Snow.
Oh, okay.
That doesn't mean
Chongo
everybody
can't-
else is going to be there.
Chongo
Yeah,
can't
making
drink
sure.
Red Bull.
Why can't I
Jordy
drink
won't
Red Bull?
drink. Jordy won't drink Red Bull. You can't drink Red Bull.
I sure
Why-
can.
Caleb
can't I
doesn't
drink
want to
Red
do
Bull?
anything we do. It's not healthy for you.
It's not healthy for you either. With your
It's
fucking
not
heart.
healthy for you.
I don't care about living.
Me neither.
Yes, you do. That's why
Do
you're still
I?
here. Really?
So do you. That's why you're still here.
Let's take it home. Devin's got to go do his thing. Go follow the podcast. We're on Twitter X at TOPTERTA, where we post updates to the episodes, and the goings ons that we do. Links to the podcast where you can go watch, because we are on the youtube.com/@TOPTERTA, where we post the episodes in video form every Friday, usually, unless something happens where somebody's got to go and take a little vacation. And then
We'll be doing that soon.
And then we're on Spotify, where you can go watch the podcast, where you can go watch on Spotify, follow, rate us 5 stars, whatever you do over there. And you know what? Happy Thanksgiving. I'm on the Twitter and TikTok at the Beast Now.
And I'm on Blue Sky at wise-bun.
Blue Sky at GingerbeardMan22.
Twitter at _ I'm just Jake. Blue Sky at I'm just Jake.
And you can follow me on Twitter at SexyDevyB, on TikTok at DevyB. Gondor is the most prominent kingdom inhabited by humans in Middle-earth. In his letters, Tolkien confirmed that Gondor is based on Italy. And I don't have anything to do after this podcast. If Snow wants to kick me out of his life, I guess he can. But I am free to hang out with my friends and play with them
That's
and
crazy.
love on them. And
You have nothing to do after I just
Nuzzle.
invited you to play Call of Duty, and you're like, I have
invited
nothing
me.
to do.
Yeah, I wasn't invited by anybody to play Call of Duty.
Hey, Devin, you
I
want to
tried
play Call
to-
of Duty after this?
You're going to bed.
You have work in the morning.
I do not. That's crazy that I invite you to play Call of Duty and you tell me to fuck off.
You called off already?
You're
Is it crazy because it just seems normal?
It does, doesn't it?
What? What seems normal?
That if Snow doesn't ask you to do something, you just don't do it.
What are you talking about? I
gonna
just said
would
Snow
you
didn't
to
ask
compare
me.
more. You know what I'm saying?
Well, this is
I've been to a concert with Snow. It was great. Good time.
I've been to a concert with you. It was great. Good time.
It was great. Good time.
I was at a concert that Snow was also at, but I wasn't with Snow. Does that count?
That's crazy.
I've been to a concert with Snow too.
huh?
Have you?
Yeah.
The Devil Wears Prada when they were in Fredericktown or whatever.
Okay, Mount Vernon.
We were, yeah, that's what, because it was the Rock Fest. We were both there, but I didn't know you were there.
Oh, you rock this. Sorry.
I don't even remember how me, Snow,
Yeah,
Caleb, and Jeff ended up meeting up, but I feel like we just found each other in line and then didn't leave each other. Except Caleb left, went and hung out with some 40-year-old woman for an hour.
That sounds like Caleb.
Well,
Hell, Satan.
Oh,
Hail
damn.
Satan.
We got the
That's a lot
triple
of
hail.
hailing.
so
He said, hail, 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 Satan.
We gotta get ready for next year's regiment.
So from all of us at
Damn.
TOPTERTA,
Cody's.
we want to hopefully you had a good Thanksgiving, ate all you could eat, gained 20 pounds like I'm going to, and we hope your Black Friday is great as well if you celebrate that. So I'll bid you good morning, good afternoon, good night, goodbye.
Bang. Hope someone gets some good head. Good night.
I am cleared to wrestle.